I can't put it any clearer than that. If you are new to Kill Team, do not buy Kill Team Pariah Nexus. This is not for you. This is for 40k players that cannot manage their money and their impulse control until the kits that they want to buy are sold outside of the box. If you can manage to pick up the books and the boards, etc., at a far reduced price, which you will be able to because of Scalpers, you should. Hello everybody, it's Glass Half Dead here, talking about the scalping, the scalpening, the great scalping of 2021, which is Kill Team Pariah Nexus. Now you've probably seen the thumbnail. I don't know what I've done with it yet, but it's probably salacious. This isn't going to be a video about the pros and cons of scalping, because that's going to get very political and very philosophical. Let's not get into it. However, as a Kill Team player that wants more people to play Kill Team, I am now going to lay down the case of why scalping Kill Team Pariah Nexus is actually good for Kill Team. I feel like if I was a good YouTuber, this is where I'd have put like the intro where you get like some heavy bass, like yeah. But instead I don't do that, and so what I would say instead is hey, hello, and if you're a subscriber to my channel, a big double hello just for you. Thank you very much, you lovely person. If you want to get a double hello in the next video, subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell me why I'm wrong about scalping, etc. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so I have, of course, done videos about Kill Team Pariah Nexus before, and I've generally said that it is a good thing, right? I haven't said anything negative about Pariah Nexus yet. I've said that the teams, like the flayed ones, don't really stack up next to the heavy intercessors, and I've said that the Necron's side is really bad. Like, it's not a full team at any points level. You can't play it at 100, you can't play it at 125, even more so. And even at Commanders, unless that Chronomancer is really expensive, you can't play it. The team makes no sense. Pariah Nexus has to be an addition to at least a recruit edition for 40k. Like, you have to have both to play a Necron team. And likewise, although technically with the heavy intercessors and the Marines, you can make a fully pointed team, it's still not going to be a good team. That's what I've said before. Now, let's get to the point. This release is not for Kill Team players. No, that's wrong. Sorry. The models in this release are not for Kill Team players. You don't need any of those models. Yes, obviously we're going to be getting rules for them in Pariah Nexus, but these models are not designed to be Kill Team models. These are 40k models that Games Workshop is putting into a box to sell more things. And that's fine. That's, again, we're not getting into the politics and philosophy and theology and all that of this business decision. Kill Team players do, however, want to have the peripherals. They want to have the board, they want to have the terrain, and they want to have the book. Those are the three things Kill Team players need. And in my last video, a couple of people were asking me, should I buy Kill Team Pariah Nexus? Is that a good place to start? And suddenly, at £95, you're looking at having to buy the starter edition, the starter box for £95, so you get the rulebook and a board. Then you're looking at having to buy this. Suddenly, you've spent 190 quid, and like, you don't have a good team yet. Like, that's really bad. And so then, after you spent the 190 quid, you then have to go and like buy your actual team, because what the models you've just bought are not good models. The fact that Kill Team Pariah Nexus is being done the way it is by GW, where you're getting 4 new model kits, so both of the commanders and the heavy intercessors and the flayed ones, they're going to be highly sought after by the 40k players, which means Kill Team Pariah Nexus is most likely going to sell out rather fast, I would assume, or at least the first run of it. I assume they will print more, who knows. And once it sells out, all of the people that wanted the new kits, the flayed ones, the heavy intercessors, etc., once all of those are sold, all of these scalpers are going to have all of the Kill Team peripherals. Suddenly, to get everything from Pariah Nexus, you don't have to pay £95, which, let's be clear, is a huge, like, surcharge. Like, that's a huge inflation of the value that you'd be getting in Pariah Nexus. Suddenly you could go to eBay and pick up all the terrain, the book, the boards for, I mean, look, I don't know how much the scalpers are going to think that's worth. I'd assume 30 quid. Like, there's so much plastic in there from the terrain, I can't see them going under 20 for it. But, hey, well done, guys. You've just managed to buy everything you actually need for Kill Team at a third the price. You don't need any of these models. These models are not for Kill Team players. Like, yeah, so, okay, sorry. Allow me to say this very clearly for new players to Kill Team. Kill Team Pariah Nexus is a business decision from GW that doesn't make sense for the game that they are putting these models into. You don't need heavy intercessors, flayed ones, 2 commanders. Okay? You don't need them. Flayed ones already exist as a much cheaper model, and they are so easy to convert from regular Necron warriors. You don't need these new models. Although flayed ones are good, just to be clear. So, with that said, the question is, do I, as a new player to Kill Team, need to buy Pariah Nexus? No, you do not. 100% you don't need to buy this. This isn't going to enhance your game at all. If you're new, don't buy it. There you go. I can't put it any clearer than that. If you are new to Kill Team, do not buy Kill Team Pariah Nexus. This is not for you. This is for 40k players that cannot manage their money and their impulse control until the kits that they want to buy are sold outside of the box. If you can manage to pick up the books and the boards, etc., at a far reduced price, which you will be able to because of Scalpers, you should. I personally, and I know a lot of other people on Discord in the community, have really taken to liking the arena format, which involves less terrain. It's easier to transport. It's easier to play on because you have less stuff to move. That's, yeah, people have really taken to it. The original arena expansion, which you can no longer buy, was not particularly well received by the community, but recently others, the wider community has played it, mainly thanks to TTS, Tabletop Simulator, and they have realised the benefits of it. I've always liked arena. I did an arena tournament at Warhammer World when that released, and I was really excited for Pariah Nexus to have the arena format back as a thing that people can buy. So I would recommend that if you want to have the benefits that arena gives you, which is easy to transport, less terrain to paint, if you hate painting like me, less terrain to paint, all of this stuff, you should buy it. It's also just a great alternative way to play, and if you're a competitive player, you can get tighter rules thanks to the way line of sight works in arena. So consider that. However, once again, if you don't care about those things, you don't need Pariah Nexus. The rules that come in Pariah Nexus will not be affecting rules outside of Pariah Nexus. Apart from the data sheets, I'm talking about the rules for line of sight, the way an arena board works, etc. If you don't have an arena board, you don't need to know how arena's rules work. And that is why Scalpers are actually going to be good for Kill Team. Now, I can already hear the counter argument, okay? The original thought for Kill Team Pariah Nexus is you put all of these new models into the box. Big 40k players, the ones that have just gone out and bought Indomitus, that are fresh to 9th edition, are going to buy this because it's the logical next purchase. You've got Indomitus, you've possibly picked up the Recruit Edition or the Elite Edition, so you've got boards, you picked up terrain, whatever, and suddenly this comes out, and it's a logical next step. You've got more Marines, which of course you've got from Indomitus. You've got more Necrons, which of course you've got from Indomitus. You pick this up, gives you new HQ models, or elites, I'm not sure, you never know, and a few more troops. Perfect. And, hey, a new way to play with your models, right? Kill Team. Hey, what's that? Interesting. And that is the dream. That's the dream for us Kill Team players. That this new influx of players to 9th are going to see this as the logical next step, and suddenly we have a whole load of new Kill Team players. I want that too, guys. That's what I want, but it's not going to happen. That's not how it's going to work. Instead, people would buy this and say, oh, Kill Team's played on 2D board? Yeah, I don't really like that. There you go. That's how 90% of people would be introduced to Kill Team. They'd see this completely different game, and they'd bounce off it. That's exactly what we saw with Arena. It's why it had such a poor uptick. That just isn't how Pariah Nexus would convert the 40k audience, okay? This isn't the best format to show off Kill Team. So instead, the scalpers come, they buy all this, and these people from Indomitus, these new players, are going to be are going to be buying this stuff off eBay. Because, hey, I've just spent however crazy much amount on Indomitus and their new armies. I don't know if I really want to spend all this on this thing that isn't really what I want. What's Kill Team? I want to play with a full army. So I'm just going to buy off eBay. Scalpers, bad, yes. Scalpers for Kill Team Pariah Nexus, good for Kill Team. I hate to say it. I hate to be on the side of the scalpers. And I'm not really, obviously. I'm not saying they should scalp it. But I'm saying this is actually a good thing for Kill Team players. If you're new to Kill Team, go on eBay, look at the scalpers, buy all of the Kill Team stuff for cheap. You don't need the models. The models are not going to be good. Unless they've completely screwed up the points costs and have broken Kill Team in the process. But let's just assume they haven't, because generally up until this point, Kill Team has been relatively balanced. I don't imagine they'll be screwing things up too much. And yeah, there you go. Anyway, everybody, this has been Glass Half Dead, just with a real quick update on Scalpers of Pariah Nexus. There you go. I genuinely think it's a good thing for Kill Team players. I think we are now going to have more copies of what is relevant to Kill Team from Pariah Nexus in the hands of actual Kill Team players because of scalping than if we didn't have it. There you go. Tell me in the comments. In my last video, I had a lot of people saying £95 for Pariah Nexus, bit too much. You know, kind of pricing you out of Kill Team at that point. Does this change things? Suddenly, are you thinking, actually, I can spend 30 quid to get a board and some terrain. I'll give that a crack, whereas you wouldn't have before. Also, just to be clear, I'm going to throw out my thoughts. I am obviously going to buy Kill Team Pariah Nexus. I don't want heavy intercessors, or I don't want the Marine side at all. I might keep flayed ones, but I might not. I might be one of those people selling the models, because I don't want them. Although I also have the whole of my Marine side from Indomitus untouched. Could just build an army at that point. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Glass Half Dead. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are on the scalping of Kill Team Pariah Nexus. Have my thoughts. So look, when we see scalpers, we get this instant gut reaction of, oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Scalpers deserve death. But has my thoughts on the fact of getting the actual Kill Team relevant content cheaper into Kill Team people's hands, does that sway you at all? I mean, you know, I don't want to be paying these scalpers. I don't want to be encouraging this, but screw GW. You know, if they are actually going to price people out of the game, I would rather people have a cheaper way to get into the game of Kill Team or to continue the game of Kill Team, than to have to pay exorbitant amounts for a whole bunch of plastic they don't want. Which is kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing that, but, you know, I'll say, okay, well, it's content for my channel. I'll do an unboxing. But then I don't want the models, really. I just want the board and the terrain and the book. That's it. If you've made it this far, that means you are part of the 8% club. Okay, it's between, like, 8 and, like, 14. Really depends on the video. That club, that's still not many people that have made it to the end of the video. Just so you know, it really helps me out. You know, YouTube engagement algorithms. Having a full watch of a video is just good for the channel. A like, a comment, a subscribe, all these things really help. That'd be awesome, and it means that you get a triple hello. That sound, what a glorious sound. Also, do you like the new text thing I'm doing over the top of the hello, the double, the triple? I think it looks a bit fancy. Anyway, this has been Glass Half Dead. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye.